Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. Today we are looking at Klarity Kosmetics So Mermaizing palette, which was, by the way, gifted to me by a group of my lovely friends for my birthday. Took a little while to get here, but my lord, this is what has occurred as a result of this. It's my general rate it or slate it videos. If you've watched a few of these, you know the general formula. I do some swatches, I do a tutorial of this look, just the eye look, and then I give an overall review of what I think of the palette. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, hooray, this is the video for you, so do please keep on watching. This is the palette. It arrived a little bit smashed, so I'm not going to be like holding it up for very long because I'm afraid. So anyways, let's do a little swatcheroony. Oh, the nas. Okay, so this is the first four shades. We have Call Me on My Shell Phone, ha 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 ha, You Mermaid My Day, Beach Please, and I'll have a martini. So let's see. Ah, well, that's just rude. That's Call Me on My Shell Phone. This is You Mermaid My Day. That is damn good. Beach Please. Ooh, I'm giving a TikTok reaction there. You enjoying it? I hope so. And then I'll have a martini. I like that there's kind of corresponding shades there. There is, yeah, they all work together quite well. I don't know, I mean, obviously swatching them on my face gives some ideas to how they're gonna perform on the eye, but not 100% of an idea. But I do like this color story. Then we have I Washed Up Like This. That's nice. See You Later. Let's give it another little, oh yeah, because that's one of the ones that shattered. Ooh. See You Later. Then Oh Ship. Long Time No See. I will say that the shimmers, they have a formula where they are very softly pressed. They are going to go all over the place, because out of the 5 shimmers, 3 of them arrived shattered, so I had to try and repress them, but I didn't want to put them with any isopropyl in case it would change the formula. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Then I had Don't Be Shellfish and Fantastic. So yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously I have very pale skin, so sometimes it can be tricky to have these things turn up, but it gives you a general idea of the colour story. So you know what that means. Tutorial next. Ahaha. So I couldn't find my cat headband. It's been a very difficult day. So I can't pick up this palette because the shimmer shades are just really fragile. They will just pop all over the shop. So I will just be naming them. There are pastel shades of peach, pink, yellow, green and blue, and they're in matte, and then they're in a shimmer formula as well. So I won't be able to read the names because it just is what it is, but I will tell you the shades. Plus you'll see what it is that I'm doing. So we'll get started. So I'm first using this Jessup JE13. It's an angled liner. Now, part of why I'm doing that is I'm going into the peach shade, and I need to show you this because I have done a look with all of the shades, which I often try to do just to give you an idea of how they perform. Now, why I'm doing this is I need you to see how light that is. It's not showing up on me at all. Like it's not the best. But again, I need you to see that so you understand what it is that I'm talking about when I do get to my review section. But I did find the best way to put it on and get some amount of pigment was to use this liner brush, just FYI. So I kind of wish they had made this a tone or two darker, just so I could see something from it. I basically use this brush throughout then for a big chunk of this. This is the Jessup 223, and I'm going into the pink shade, like the matte, because it's all matte up above the brow line. and just go here. There is incredible pigment off this. This is really, truly excellent. Like, you can really see how that just pops straight on, no issue. And I build it up a little bit just because I want lots of pigment. But I do think the peach colour left a bit to be desired, in my opinion, because all the rest of it, beautiful, very, very nice. Same brush again, going into the yellow now, the pale yellow shade, and I'm just going to smack that on. You will see how easily this blends here, because you'll see it starts to form that orange sort of a shade, which is part of why I think to myself that they probably didn't need that peach in the palette, because you can just combine these colours to get that lovely peachy shade. So again, just kind of swirling, rather haphazardly. Going to take a bit more of the pink, pop it there, and a bit of the yellow, pop that there, and swish. And you'll find that they do kind of merge. You see that sort of orange, that pale orange coming through. So again, kind of showing me maybe they didn't necessarily need the peach in there. Just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. But you can see it's a good strong pigment on the pale yellow as well. So well done them. That being said, this palette, where it shines, it's not in the mattes. And that's not saying that the mattes aren't good, but that is not the thing that you will remember from this palette. I'm going into the green now, and I'm going to pop that here. But again, you can see they do blend really very nicely. I'm quite happy with that. Swooshy, swooshy. The weather has finally broken, so it's not as annoyingly hot as it once was. So I am beyond grateful, because I thought I was going to die. Am I being overly dramatic? Probably. But, you know. Also, I really just don't like heat at all. Like, I'm not good with it at all. And I'm taking it right up to the brow bone because, you know, why not? Same brush again, and I'm going into the blue. And this is quite a good pastel blue, and I'm putting it out past kind of the eyebrow. Why? Don't know. Just want to. So that is what I'm doing. I obviously also used a liner, and the one that I used was Klarity Kosmetics in French Rose. I love their liners. There's quite a few good liner brands out there, so that's quite nice. But I think the best one they have is probably Mellow, and I think like I need to petition them to change it to Missa Mellow or Mellow Missa, because it's the one that Missa just always seems to use in her videos, and I'm like, girl, there are other things that you could potentially use. But you can see how these do blend really, really nicely. Super simple. So I'm going to go and I am going to put down the pink liner, and then we'll come back and we'll do the rest. I don't know why. I'm just doing very simple looks these days. I'm tired. That's probably why. Okay, so I'm back. I've put the liner on just on the top bit, and now we're going to use the shimmers. Now, word of warning, these are beautiful shimmers, like so, so beautiful. But there's a lot of fallout, and they will just copulate and make babies, and it'll be all over your face. You know, that's fine. Like, if that's the look you're going for, great. However, I strongly, strongly suggest a glitter glue. So what I'm going to start off with first is taking my favorite glitter glue. I've tried many, and I've landed on this as being my favorite. I have a backup. It's the Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that onto my eyelid. You know, you have hooded eyelids when you just end up with liner on it, but it's okay because I'm like, to get covered, so it's not a big deal. And I'm just going to smooth that around the place. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Just you go where you gotta go. So there we go. Nice and simple. Nothing major. Again, can't hold up the palette. It just is what it is. And I'm going to use this Jessup 237. And I'm going to go into, there's like an orangey gold. It's called Oh Ship. Okay, so I'm going into Oh Ship with this. Now, there's a lot of kick up. Like, you will disturb the pan. But look at that. You try and tell me that isn't the most glorious thing you've ever seen in your life. No, don't try and tell me like the birth of your first child is more glorious than this. I'm sorry, you're just wrong. You are wrong. This is beautiful. But yeah, like I said, you need that glitter glue down there first. Otherwise, you're going to be questioning your life choices. So don't do that to yourself. I care about you, and I don't want you to feel bad about your choices. I'm now going into the pink one, which was quite shattered for me. So I have like pink kind of shimmer all over my desk. So that's great. That's my life now. And just popping that up to there. Look, this is super simple. Super. And just packing that there. The amount of this pink that has just gone all over the place, because that was one of the ones that had arrived shattered. So I'm like, oh no, please don't leave me, because it is a beautiful colour. So pretty. And of course, a big thank you to my friends for getting this for me. I hugely appreciate it. I'm now going into the more yellowy shimmer, although there's like a green tinge to it. So it's, I mean, look, like I said, the mattes are grand, like they work really well. But that's not what you buy this palette for. You buy it for these, because there is like a duochrome tint to these. They will make you want to cry, but like in a good way, not in a like, oh no, this is so bad. Like this is lovely. I'm now going into the sort of a greeny shimmer. I'm popping that there. You can see it's like a minty thing, but there's flecks of pink in it as well. Like, none of these shades are straightforward, and like I've used them as well like on top of the mattes, and they definitely like they enhance the mattes. Like if you put that on top of the blue, it enhances like parts of that. But I wanted to use them all in isolation so you could kind of, I guess, appreciate them. I'm now going into the sort of blue tealy shimmer. Look at that. Because like, I mean, you could just make a whole look out of just taking those shimmers and just sweeping them across the lid and just have that be the thing you're doing. Like, why not? You don't have to do anything complicated. Nobody says you have to do complicated things. You can chill out. I mean, that's it. It's so simple. And now I'm just taking my Morphe M562 because it is the love of my life. And well, this will partly show you how good this bloody glue is, right? I'm going to try and merge them, but you're going to see, kind of can't really, but that's okay. That's okay. We're all right with that. And then obviously I will be finishing up the liner, and I have some nice like little flowers that I got. Look, AliExpress, if you're ever looking for any of those like little butterflies or flowers or whatever, go check that out. It will take a while to ship to you. Shein does a few things as well. They're a little bit quicker with shipping, so you know, check those out as well. Oh my god, like I love them. Like when in doubt, just glue something to your face. Probably not the best of advice, but like, you know, whatever, it'll do. But yeah, like that's it. I'm going to finish off the liner. This is a super quick, super easy look. Hurrah! Minimum effort. Minimum. I like this. And I'll come back and I'll tell you what it is that I think of the palette. Hurrah! So I'm back. I actually decided I would keep the hairband on because I was like, why not? Anyways, finished off the rest of the look. I'm going to zoom you in now so you can see what it looks like once it's all put together. FYI, the lashes I used were the Cash Beauty in the style Trance. They are fabulous. I may have to get more of them. And they are like glasses friendly. Don't know why I'm doing this, but just like as in the lashes don't like go clawing down your glasses. In my experience. So this is the look altogether. Yes, I did go very blush heavy, but I was like, meh, why not? Let's just go for it. It's super, super simple. I wanted to show you how each of the colours kind of worked in and of themselves, how they kind of blended, how they merged. Obviously you can do something much more complex with this, and you could also use the mattes and the shimmers in tandem to make it that little bit more like interesting. But I quite like this. I think it's simple, but it's very pretty. Okay, so that leads us on to essentially the review. I can't even pick up the palette because, you know, it's so fragile. But what I will say is, I mean, you can obviously use this as a palette in and of itself. It works very well by itself if you want a very pastel sort of a palette. However, I would also say that it works really, really nicely as an additional palette. So something that you can add on to whatever other palettes that you may have. I could think of this as being a really beautiful kind of a companion palette to something like, say, the Beauty Bay Bright Mattes. And part of why I would say that is the pastels are really quite pigmented, with the exception of that peach. I just think the peach could have been made a shade or two darker, possibly, because it didn't show up on me and I am white as a ghost. You know, I fade into the wall, like it is a bit ridiculous. So on that sense, I would say it wasn't great, but the rest of the mattes, absolutely fantastic. Blended beautifully. I didn't have any issues with that. However, the shimmers make the mattes look like they're nothing to write home about, because the shimmers are just so exceptional and so different. They have like all of these lovely, beautiful little sparkles, so that you look at, say, the pink in the pan and you think, oh, it's just pink, but it's pink, there's bits of gold and there's bits of blue in there. So for me, I'm like, that is just incredibly special. I think they could have almost done away with all the mattes and just made it a 5-pan shimmer palette, and I would have been happy. I think it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason why I'm taking the 0.5 off is just because of the peach colour, right? In no way would I say to you, don't get this. I actually think this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm also exceptionally grateful to my friends who got this for me as a birthday present, but I still wanted to be as objective as possible when looking at this, so that I'm not all like, oh my god, it's amazing. But it is actually really very, very beautiful. Like I said, there's just the one shade that I didn't adore because it just didn't show up that well on me. I don't know why, but it is what it is. The rest of them, beautiful. The shimmers make me want to cry. They are just gorgeous. But I do think this is a very special palette just on the shimmers alone. So if you have been looking at this but haven't been sure, I would say yes. Like, it is worth getting. I think they're really, really nice. But that's it. That's the end of the video. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you can see more videos, particularly, you know, when I'm doing more Klarity Cosmetics content. Check out, you know, releases and rounds, all that sort of thing. I'm just trying to shill my stuff here. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up, don't be gross. But that's it, that's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.